100 boys. One brutal rule. No stopping. This is The Long Walk, Stephen King's haunting debut novel, finally brought to life on screen by Hunger Games director Francis Lawrence. Prepare for a film where every step may be your last. In a dystopian USA under totalitarian control, 100 teenage boys are selected for the Long Walk, a televised event with deadly stakes. They must keep walking at a minimum of 3 miles per hour, changed from 4 miles per hour at Stephen King's suggestion, or risk elimination. 3 warnings and you're shot. The story follows Ray Garrity, Cooper Hoffman, a determined teen from Maine, as he forms fragile alliances with fellow walkers like Peter McVrees, David Johnson. But even camaraderie fractures under exhaustion, hunger, and psychological strain. Oversight comes from the Major, Mark Hamill, whose chilling authority frames each death as performance, and patriotism. Early reviews call it one of the most visceral King adaptations in years. While films like The Hunger Games take its inspiration, The Long Walk stays grounded in slow-burning psychological dread. Directed by Francis Lawrence, with a screenplay by J.T. Malner, the film merges gritty realism with horror, no supernatural twist, just relentless human endurance. Critics praise Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson for emotionally complex performances, with Mark Hamill delivering a magnetic villain as the Major. Some note the pacing may be slow for mainstream audiences, but emphasize the emotional payoff is devastating. More than a survival contest, The Long Walk asks brutally human questions. Strain of conformity, silence and obedience become tools of control, walking becomes resistance. Dystopia as spectacle, death isn't mourned, it's watched. Camaraderie tested by trauma, bonds form quickly, but so does resentment and betrayal. Violence without intervention, boys aren't allowed to fight each other. Instead, they destroy themselves. Here's what makes The Long Walk unique. 1. The film was shot in sequence. Actors walked 815 miles per day over Manitoba roads, building real fatigue into performances. 2. Mark Hamill initially kept his distance from the young cast to preserve dynamic tension, as the Major's power demanded emotional separation. Later, they bonded off camera. 3. This story was considered unfilmable for decades. Key attempts by George Romero and Frank Darabont never materialized until Francis Lawrence took the helm. 4. Stephen King endorsed lowering the walking speed to 3 miles per hour, saying 4 was too fast, demonstrating his hands-on role in adaptation. 5. The score, by Jeremiah Freites, The Lumineers, uses sparse folk motifs to underscore the psychological bleakness. The Long Walk isn't just a film about walking, it's an existential test. A brutal experiment in when humanity snaps, or snaps back. It's a relentless march through pain, fear, and fleeting hope. Not a story of heroes, but of endurance. When the dust settles, only one survives, and the rest? They taught us what it takes to keep moving. That's our deep dive into The Long Walk, 2025. Could you keep walking when life depended on it? Tell us in the comments, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more cinematic explorations of dystopia and despair. Until next time, keep walking.